Yo, what's good, my Gators? I appreciate y'all tuning in for this week's edition of Level Up. This week we got Miss Charlie, Creole Diva. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, drop me a comment, let your boy know what's good. As always, I start with my black or white background, so we're gonna jump right on into it. That's what I'm starting with. Then I add some stars in, and then I do like a little mask on it because I want to cover up the rest of the stars. Because she's going to sit right in the middle of all this. So I just add a mask to it. Then I add a glow, and I got two layers. And you'll see why I have the top layer in just a minute. I'll click on it. And one is just extra highlights for the glow. So what I just basically did was just took a brush, lowered the opacity, and then I put white in the middle. Just kind of give it a little bit more of a hot spot. Then we got a text layer, which I just called pretty much the background, because all of this is going to be in the background. And then it's just soul, and that's part of the background. Then I added a color lookup to it, just simple color lookup table that faded to black, so I didn't want it to be super black. Didn't do anything with a mask. I could actually just take the mask off. And on top of that, there's a box that has a shadow. So here's that shadow that goes to the box. Then I added a glow for the text layer. I added some embers. It's basically a fire. I masked out the part of the fire that I didn't need just to show the embers, and I'll turn the mask off. So it's just some extra stuff that's in the middle that I didn't need, because she's going to sit right in the middle. So I'll turn that back on. Here's the artist layer, and I'll dive into that one. So let's turn this off, and that's the complete picture. And just masking out wherever the photo was taken. Looks like she was at an event. Then I added the curves on top of that because I wanted to lighten her up a bit, because of whatever environment that she was in. It was probably pretty dark in there, so they probably did the best that they could do with the camera. So that's without it, and just lighten her up, and then just kind of do some things in the reds. So I pulled them up in the shadows over here, and I left everything else alone. So I just pulled it up in the shadows. So her red skin tones in the shadow, I just fixed those and just pulled them up so they'll be lighter. And overall, I pulled it up basically in the mid tones just to lighten everything up. Then I knew that I was going to have a title under her, so added a mask there and just cut all that off right there, because I'm not going to use it, so it's pointless to just keep it. Then I added a black and white adjustment layer. And what I was thinking when I did this, I wanted the background to have color and her to just be in black and white. So just kind of make her appearance simple. So I added that. Then there's a cloud layer. So I added some clouds around the box. Then we have this cloud footage. And this is where you get your motion from. So just a small clip sitting on the alpha channel with nothing else. And then I added a black and white adjustment layer to it. And I'll turn that off so you can see what that is. And here's the box. It goes right in the middle. Then I added a glow. And those two are right on the edge over here. Then the title. within her genre. It's Southern Soul, Classic Soul, and then Zydeco and R&B. Then we have the hit singles, and then she has Giddy Up, Can We Talk About It, Just Fell in Love, Ride It Like a Cowboy, and more. And then she does band and track shows, and then her website where you get listen to her music and contact her if you need to book her for a show. Then we added the text glow, and if you can see it, I'll zoom in to what it's doing and just kind of giving that gloss over the text right here. Then we have her name, Miss Charlie, just kept it simple, nothing overcomplicated about that. And that's basically it in a nutshell. And what I've done with this one is just add embers and make the clouds move. Simple. So sometimes, like I've always said, you don't have to overcomplicate every single animated graphic that you do. You just kind of have to pick out some of the things that you know will stand out, that will be basically dynamic. Now this is the original setup, which I couldn't find the other file of how I did the animated graphic, but everything that's included in here is included in the animated graphic version. So let's take a look at that and see the final product. So in this one we have where we've taken all the information that was down here and we kind of condensed it and put it on both sides of her. And that's just to balance everything out. So we took all her hit singles and we put it here. We took what she does and put it here, condensed some of the information that was down here and put the phone number and the website. So let's stretch it out just a little bit. You got the embers from the fire coming towards the camera in Z space. Then you have the cloud movement. So as you can see, there's the cloud movement. And I also noticed one extra thing that I did that I didn't see in the original and that I forgot about is the stars twinkling. So you just got the stars lighting up. So my thought process was just kind of like she's making good music. It's something that you could just sit outside and jam to, light a bonfire and just listen to some Southern Soul, some Zydeco R&B, and just jam on out with Miss Charlie. So that'll wrap it up for this week. I appreciate y'all tuning in for this week's episode. And as always, teach, learn, grow, and inspire.